The day has finally come. I'm gonna show you guys my hair routine. So, as you can see, I woke up not too long ago, so my hair is not the best. But in any way, I'm gonna tie them, I'm gonna go to the gym. This video is gonna be on 3 parts. First, I'm gonna start explaining a little bit the evolution of my hair. Then, after the gym and after taking a shower, I'm gonna show you the exact hair routine that I'm doing. And last, I asked you on Instagram if you had any specific questions, so I'm gonna answer those at the end of the video. So if you're interested only by that, you can skip the video and go directly there. How my hair evolved over the years. Fun fact, my hair was not curly. When I was a kid, my hair was basically straight, and over the years they got a little wavy, but no curls whatsoever. I think the first time that I noticed that I had like somewhat curly hair was the last year of middle school. And this picture right here, so I had long hair. I had short hair as a kid, then in middle school, like puberty and all that. I just stopped going to the hairdresser because I was tired that it gonna mess up my hair every time I go there. The haircut was always awful, and as a kid I would leave the shop crying. Basically. Then just before going to high school, I got a haircut and keep them short for pretty much whole high school. Since high school, I had long hair 3 times. First attempt was in 2017, I think. The first time was an attempt and I got bored of it. The first time that I really had long hair since middle school was in 2020, during the pandemic. I had pretty long hair, pretty long curly hair. That's also the period that I started taking care of it more and learning about what to do with my hair. Then before the end of the lockdown, the first lockdown, I shaved it all, almost a buzz cut. Then the second time was in 2023 and it was not as long as before. I think it was around the same length I have right now. Then got bored of it also, got a real buzz cut this time, and here we are now, 3rd time a charm, as we say. The goal here is going at shoulder length again, and to keep it at least 6 months, a year, I don't know, but keep it a little while before going to a buzz cut again. I don't know what the plan is after getting long hair. I'm just glad right now that I got over the middle phase, when it is not long enough to tie it, when it is not short enough to style it the way you want. And of course, in between that, I had a mullet. I tried a lot of haircuts over the years. I never quite understand how guys would have an haircut in preschool and have the same one 20 years after without even trying something in between. So that's something I really don't understand, but everyone is different. I like to change my hair. It feels fresh, it feels good. Now I'm gonna get to the gym and I see you back in the shower to explain what my routine is. Back from the gym and about to take a shower, which brings me to my first point. Whatever your hair type is, you should never wash them every day. I used to do it for a long time. I think until I got 20 years old, around 18 to 20 years old, I was washing my hair every day and it's really damaging. Fortunately, I think I stopped soon enough. I'm not even gonna shampoo my hair today because when you got curly hair, I think you can go a week without washing your hair with shampoo, but it doesn't mean that you can't rinse them. For me at least, I like to rinse them every day. Every time I take a shower, I'm gonna rinse my hair. I heard that the straighter your hair is, the sooner they're gonna get greasy. So if you got straight hair, maybe 2 or 3 days is enough between every shampoo. For me, for curly hair, usually you're gonna take around a week, but of course, everyone is different. So it might be 5 days, it might be 6 days, it might be more than a week for some people. For me, a week is the sweet spot. And second thing, when you actually wash your hair, when it is wash day, shampoo is removing all the grease, all the oil, natural oil that you have in your scalp. So you have to moisturize it again. So having a hair mask just after the shampoo or a conditioner is good. For me, I like to take argan oil, put it in my hair just to replace the oil that got removed during the shampoo and make sure that my scalp is moisturized. All right. Shower's done. Now I'm gonna give you the full routine. I don't do this every time I take a shower. What I do every time, sometimes every day, sometimes every 2 days, I put, like I said, argan oil a little bit. But today for the video, I'm gonna do the full routine as I would do if I'm going out. Tonight I'm working, so it's not gonna be the case, but at least their hair will look good To moisturize a little bit the scalp up, 2 splashes. I have three for today. Let's get crazy. So rubbing the scalp. Something that I forgot to say is that I almost never brush my hair. If I'm gonna if I need to brush it, I'll do it in the shower with this type of comb. So as you can see, look at the gap between the teeth of the comb, just removing any strands of hair that would be tangled together. Next, we're gonna do the curl cream, Redken. I found it on Amazon. In my opinion, when you have curly hair, you should be okay with having a total mess on your head. For other people, it would look beautiful anyway, so just be comfortable with that and don't fight the curls, let the curls do what they want. Curl cream today. And with that, that's when you start to crunch. Scrunch the hair, then I will do on the side like this a little bit, just to give some structure to the curls. Not worrying too much about what I'm doing, but letting the hair flow. The other thing when you don't wash your hair every day is that the day when I wash my hair is usually the day when my hair looked the worst. I can style my hair the best and they look the best in my opinion when I'm at 3 or 4 days without washing them. The hair have a little bit of structure and so it's easier and the curls looks better. Next, you got 2 things. First is this one. It is a spray for the hair. It works like a gel, I think, or hairspray. A few spray here and there. And then the good part, if you don't have if you have curly hair and you don't have a diffuser, what are you doing? Again, I don't usually use the hair dryer every time, but if I'm going out and I want my hair to look as good as it can be, I'm gonna use the hair dryer at least a little bit. So of course I'm using it at the lowest setting, no heat at all, letting the hair dry slowly. I'm gonna stop here. The goal is not to dry them fully, it's just here to speed up a little bit the process, and now I'm just gonna let them dry on their own. Okay, so now as they dry a little bit, I'm gonna answer the questions that I got from Instagram, more specific question about the hair. This is the 3rd time that I'm growing out my hair. I think it's the easiest also because the other 2 times I was really looking forward to get to that length. Time was getting long, especially in the middle phase, and lose the interest and get bored of it. This time I took my time. I was not hoping for any particular time setting for having that long hair. I started with a mullet. I let the sides grow a little bit. Then I got a haircut to even things out. Then for 4 to 5 months after, hair was getting long, but the back was getting too long compared to the front. So I got a second haircut to again even things out. The thing that helped me the most is glasses. When your hair doesn't look good, you just have to put them so it's like a slick back. It's not like a headband which is too tight around the head and it leaves weird marks. And even now I like this style. Now that the hair is longer, I can go around without this. I can tie them completely. So now let's go with the questions. How many time you took to let it grow? I think that's been around a year that I started. And like I said, I did 2 haircuts in between. So if I had let them grow completely without touching, maybe they would be longer. But as I said, it looks better that way if you have time. That's for you to choose. So yeah, about a year, and I think I need 6 months more to get to the length I want. That's the bad thing of having curly hair. With the curl, it's gonna be shorter, so it's not gonna look as long as it is. How do you refresh your hair after the gym? I don't. So either I'm coming home after the gym and I'm taking a shower, or I'm just, like I said, taking glasses, just put it like this, or tightening them up using a hat. I don't know. But if I really wanted to refresh the curls, like you said, I would just go to the bathroom, take a little bit of water, put it on here, just crunch a little bit and let them dry as it is. And that usually does the work. What products do you use? So I showed you what product. Argan oil is the most. For the shampoo, I don't even care about the brand, I just took something that has curly, moisturizing, hydrating for dry hair. So I took a shampoo like that, same for the mask, for the hair mask. And you got the cream curl, like I said, is Red Can on Amazon. And the spray, you can go for a usual hairspray, like something you have at home. It doesn't matter what brand it is. For hairstyle tutorials, you do like a man bun, ponytail, half up, half down. You can do pretty much all you want. My go-to with hair currently is like this, just let them loose. With the glasses, so like I showed you, kind of a slick back hairstyle. You got the hair tie, you can tie all the hair, but I prefer the half bun. It's more like a Eren Yeager style from Shingeki no Kyojin. It allows you to show the curves even though they're tied. What else? I also use like a bandana, like you can see in some of my videos. If they're not long enough to tie them, the bandana is a great option. What do you think about coconut oil? It helped me healing my hair. Coconut oil is great. I think it's a little bit too thick of an oil to use every day. I would not be able to use coconut oil as I'm doing the argan oil, which is a little bit lighter. But if you have damaged hair, you can use a lot of oil and just let them sit for a few hours before taking a shower. That usually helps with damaged hair. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna show you the final result, of course, at 360 of my hair. Thank you guys for watching this video. This was my hair routine. I hope it's gonna help some people at least. If I missed anything that you wanted to know, just tell me in the comments under this video. I'm probably gonna do more of this style of video from now on, so stay tuned for that. Of course, subscribe to the channel to see the future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao, ciao.